particular moment that made you realize that this is deep field in KRUMP, not your personal level?
Yeah. I would say when I wanted to quit, and I just didn't. Usually when I want to quit things, I just stop, but I just could not. I was like, yeah, this is hard, and I'm getting frustrated, and I have so much to learn, and kind of discouraged me when they was like, yeah, you're like a rookie for like 5 years, and I was like, what do you mean? Now I understand why you're a rookie for that long, but no, I don't know. And also, I don't know, I'm a believer, so like it helped if I didn't have any words to say, like I would dance. So it's like a prayer with my movement, so it helps in that aspect too. I guess when I found out that I could utilize it with my relationship with God, that's when I was like, okay, yeah, cool. I can't always talk to you verbally, but I have some KRUMP for you.
Got some fucking stage.
Yeah.
Amen. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
How about you, Chan? You've been here for about 5 or 6 years. What drew you in and what's keeping you in? Like, genuinely.
What drew me in was to prove that I was better than somebody at KRUMP that was already in it. So that was a really dumb reason, but yeah, it is. But then after getting into it, I was like, this is the most my own dance career that's progressed since I got into KRUMP. And so I was like, oh, this shit's actually sticking with me. I like it. And that's what drew me in, because I was like, all right, cool. I got in for the wrong reasons, but now I'm here for the right reasons, as far as like progression, growth, trying to bring other people into the movement. And I think that's also what's keeping me here as well, is just the bringing others into the movement, showing them that it's not all just about aggression or intensity. Like you can be goofy as much as you want and still be KRUMP, still be Buck. And plus it does help a lot with my mental, just to be able to like put my intrusive thoughts into KRUMP form. It's like if I'm having a bad day, like a really bad day, I'm like, all right, cool, I'm about to go. I don't want to lab, I don't want to dance, but like let's go express. So that's what drew me in. What's kept me here thus far.
So it's a healthy outlet for you.
Yeah.
What you danced before KRUMP, right?
Yes.
Did you dance before KRUMP? Yes. Okay, so what do you think the difference is? Because, and I asked that because, and I think this is where I was going with you, Kraiz. When I was coming up, all these other dance styles, I didn't dance before KRUMP, but so many other people did. But there was a common denominator where KRUMP kind of took over everybody's whatever they came from. Do you have an input on what that was for you? Like, how did KRUMP take over?
I hate hearing this word, but like the essence. That's really it. Like, no matter what other forms, other styles of dance, love the energy and essence that KRUMP does display and does put out. Like, they waste no opportunity, as uncomfortable as they are, to dance to our music. So even in like an open styles competition, if it's somebody versus KRUMP, it only takes us, we know how to get to the point, and in that get off, the energy and essence that KRUMP does display and does put out. Like, they waste no opportunity, as uncomfortable as they are, to dance to our music. So even in like an open styles competition, if it's somebody versus KRUMP, it only takes us, we know how to get to the point, and in that get off, immediately overrides everything that they've done, no matter what caliber of dancer that they are.
How would you define essence, if you can?
I would define essence as, I want to say feeling, but I'm also just like when you're on autopilot. Like, you're not even thinking, you're just like in the zone, essentially. Like, you're in the zone, you're not even thinking about anything, you're just letting the music take over while also still being aware of what you're doing, but you're not in control of it. You're just aware of where the music is leading you and taking you. So that's how I would define essence.
Okay. What about you?
How I would define essence?
What do you think was a good, like, how did KRUMP take over for you? Even though you were dancing before, you're around, is that safe to say, environments of other dancers who did different styles?
Yeah, I was around a pretty healthy open styles community too when I first discovered the dance community in general.
What do you think was the thing that, how did KRUMP take over for you?
Well, first, it takes a lot of intentional training and practice that other dance styles do not take as much. Like, I came from like a ballet background, like that primarily. That's what, at least in terms of technique, that's what I went to class for and things. So everything else, like animation, I just kind of picked up along the way. But I actually learned ballet, and it's also intense, but it's not as challenging in my opinion. In my opinion, it's not as challenging as KRUMP is. As strict and disciplined you have to be in ballet, I feel like you just have to be stricter and more disciplined in KRUMP than in any other dance style, in my opinion. Because, like, I remember in my first year, I was, like, participating still in open styles and, like, dancing to whatever. But my mentor at the time was telling me that I should just focus primarily on KRUMP if I wanted to progress, if, like, I was taking KRUMP seriously. And he suggested that, like, a year, just only KRUMP sessions, only KRUMP events, KRUMP music, just to immerse myself, into the community so that I can find myself, in KRUMP. And so, like, I did that because at first I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I can do both. I can do everything, But no, I cannot. There's too much. KRUMP is too large. There's too much information for your body to digest first, and your mental too.
You don't think that about it?
No, it just looks like,
It's easy.
No, so yeah.
Do you realize? Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. But yeah, like you're saying, you realize it's like, no, it's like way bigger. Like, this is too much. So that's what I was like, okay, cool. And then I stopped everything. I stopped, and I did listen to straight KRUMP music. I didn't listen to nothing else for the rest of that year, actually. The straight KRUMP music, straight KRUMP sessions. That was it. And I was like, and I progressed. Like, I just like started to skyrocket too. So I was like, wow. Any other dance style, of course, it's better to always focus on whatever dance style you're wanting to do. But
I was like, I think, even just speaking non-biasedly across all dance styles, it's fair to say anything that you put your all into, yes, you'll naturally progress, but something still continues to be, for me, and I guess now, like, something still continues to be different about KRUMP. Where it's like there's something more. You mentioned essence. You mentioned why you do it. It's mental health, spiritual health. It's something positive, but also there's even still more than that.
It's like a gravity to it that when we talk about like that, the mental side of it, the spiritual side of it, the emotional side of it, like being able to have that release, it's like those having like all three of those are just checked off in a different way in KRUMP than other styles. And I think that also, just from my own personal observations, it's just like it seems as if in many other styles there's not a big focus on those. Like there's a focus on creativity, yes, there's a focus on there's a flashiness that people focus on in other styles, which has its value, but because there's not a lot of focus on like some people will call like the essence of it. Some people say the spirit of it. I like to just talk in like in terms of like the foundation of it. Like I always say that the fundamentals are the moves themselves, and the foundation is where those come from. How like you and I have talked before. Like there's a feeling that makes you want to jab. There's a feeling that makes you want to arm swing, or that makes you want to chest pop, or that makes you want to stomp, right? And it's like I don't think a lot of other styles talk about what makes you want to hit and popping, what makes you want to do a top rock, what makes that make sense in that moment, what makes any floor work make sense in breaking, what makes a particular pattern in juking make sense. Like what is that really drives it? And I could be just missing some people that do talk about it, because maybe their voices aren't really like amplified enough, but I just haven't seen it myself. But I do see a lot of that in KRUMP. We talk about that all the time. There's a certain we have to be able to feel you in KRUMP, because otherwise whatever you doing, if we can't feel it, it don't really mean nothing to nobody. Like you can be as flashy as you want to be, but it's like if something don't hit me in my gut when you hit that crash at the end, if something about that groove or that texture that you pull out, if I don't feel something off of that, we don't really be caring about it. It don't do much, right? In terms of what the culture responds to, in terms of what anybody as an individual responds to, it just doesn't do a lot for people. So I think something about that piece, that philosophy of it, I think that's what really holds a lot of people into KRUMP, because it's like I can really dig here, and I can keep finding stuff. Like there's always something to look for. There's always like every shovel is something new. Even if it's the same move that I've been doing, it's a new way to do it. It's a new pathway to do it. It's a new way to do the exact same movement with a different meaning behind it. And I think that's really what be holding people.
Okay. I really appreciate y'all. This is valuable information. I can talk to y'all too if you want. But we'll stop here and log.